Me too. Looks a little flat, son.
And I'm sticking to it.
What is that? Well, good thing this ain't a Cadillac. Hey, y'all.
Came back to bite me. I want to show you the repair I did to the front fender. You know, I got to thinking, this car doesn't actually have a front fender. It's got a hood that laps over the tires, but there's really no fender other than these little things right here. Which one was the donor and which one was the recipient? All right, this one is the recipient of the donor. This one, of course, would be the donor. So I'm tickled with the way they have turned out. I'll do some block sanding on them here after a while. But I've got a day of sanding ahead of me, looks like. I went ahead and pulled the front bumper off. Bumper cover, it's not really a bumper. Anyway, I got it off and out of the way because it set so low to the ground, I was concerned I wouldn't be able to get down there and sand it or even actually spray it. Especially on the bottom side. You can't get a paint gun under there to spray it. All right, let's get started sanding. Because it ain't gonna get done till I do it. Monday, today's Monday. And it's sun going down time. And it's about time. I have been sanding on this stupid little car. Sorry, I'm not chipper, but laying in the floor, sanding over your head will do that to you. I have been on both sides of this car, laying down in that pile of dust down there. I blow it off every now and then so it's not so bad. But trying to get those rocker panels, bottom of the doors, sanded before I start water sanding tomorrow. I'll come in the morning and finish that up. It's not quite there. Let's see. This side I got pretty good. All the way back. Then I'll unmask it and start water sanding and get around the details like the headlights here and the door handles and around the gaps and crevices. Detail work. And maybe I'll get around to sanding on these, I'm gonna call them fenders. Rubbed on them a little bit today, but not much. But everything else is coming along pretty good. I think we can paint it. Maybe Wednesday. If it's a push, I could probably do it tomorrow. Don't tell Steven. Still got the front bumpers and some little trim pieces to paint. Not much on this car. But laying in the floor, sanding over your head, will take it out of you. Going home time. The sun was going down, and I'm gonna go find something to eat. See you folks in the morning. I'll try to be, what did he call it? Chipper or something? He told me to be something, and I'll try to be it in the morning. Did I get it all? Well, good Tuesday morning. Looks like the little feller's still here. Yep, there, it's about all I got to say about that. Let's see if I caught anything here last night. No, I don't understand. I guess those things don't work as well as advertised. Sun's going down, so it's the daily update from whatever I did today. Our little sky has been sanded all over, all together, about 6 times, not counting the bodywork. Just trying to. It has stuff on the trunk lid I'm a little worried about. It's not going to show up on the, well, it might right there. Them little dots like that. Some of them is where like tree sap was, and some of them are where a little paint chip has popped out. So the paint sap ones I don't have to do much with, but the ones with a little paint chip knocked out of it, I got to find it and put a little spot putty in it, and then it'll be okay. Hood has them too. So I'm thinking this thing's been parked under trees or something. Got all these tiny little places. As long as I don't feel them, they'll be fine. But if I can feel them, they'll show up in the paint. So I'm going to go over it again tomorrow after I wash it again. All them tiny little places, gotta find them. There you go. But tomorrow should be paint day. Because the little feller, it is a little feller. And it can't take much. And the doors is pretty well taken care of. So it's really just the hood and the deck lid. Which one is live and which one is Memorex? I believe it's the top one. Is the Memorex one. Yep. There's the patch panel. And of course, the other one has the orange back on it. Oh, and a good thing about that orange stuff and the wax and the mold and the release agent, that fender there will never rust. Guarantee. Y'all think about that a while. Yep, sun's going down. I'm going to go find something to eat. Yesterday was a disaster. Nothing wanted to work right. Started raining. Tried to wash the car and my pressure washer wouldn't crank. So I had to use the garden hose we had here. And I couldn't get the soap washed off the car. So I had to go back and figure out a way to get the pressure washer going. I did. Had to get another battery and put in it, and boom, boom, boom. Anyway, got it going. Came in, pressure washed it all off, then it starts raining. I said, well, I got a wet car. There ain't no way it's gonna dry. So yesterday, we did not accomplish much. Today, the sun is shining. I'm getting started this morning, getting the wheels off so I can jack the silly thing up and get under it. So I can paint the bottom sides of these rocker panels and make the rest of the car a comfortable working height. I've got that accomplished this morning. Still got water dripping everywhere. If you don't get all the water off, it'll blow out on the fresh paint every time. But that's where I'll start. I'll start blowing the water off, covering up the wheel well so I don't paint all this aluminum stuff under here. Yeah, all this fancy aluminum stuff up here in the front. We don't want to paint that. Fancy convertible top. Don't want to get paint on that. Yeah, it'll take longer than you would think to mask off a car that's got all these little doodads and things on it. All right, let's get at it. Well, you wouldn't think it. What has it been, like 4 hours or so to mask off such a tiny little car? But it is masked pretty good this time. If I can get rid of the bugs now. Oops, still got to cover up that wheel. And blow off some more water. You wouldn't think water would still be running, but there's a dribble. I saw one in the front too. I get rid of these flies. Got him. Got him that time. I'll have to clean that spot now. It's all covered up. Near as I can tell, the paper is not flapping over and touching the paint anywhere. We're getting close. I think I'm gonna put some paint on it here in a little while.
How you do that, I don't know.
Laying in the floor. Get down there where I check it.
Oh yeah, I see.
One of my guns be a damn pretty little.
Huh?
Yeah. I don't know if you recall, but when I was getting the car ready, I kept mentioning all these little spots on the deck lid and on the hood. Well, they came back to bite me. All those little specks showed up. But on the plus side, I did get to check my bodywork. Man, just look at all that stuff. Just look at that door. That was the worst one. It was just beat all to pieces. And see if you can see them back here. Well, they may not show up back here on camera, but they're there. We'll fix it. And look at that door. Is that good or what? Oh well. It's not that big a deal. But I'm gonna let that cure for a little while. I'll start working on the front bumper cover. I gotta Take all the lights out of it, and the grill, and flop it over and give it a good scuffing. And it'll be ready to shoot Monday or Tuesday. I think I'm going to sand the body in there. I'm going to sand it tomorrow. So it'll have all weekend to dry. And we'll go again. Now you can see what I was talking about this morning with the little specks. I haven't finished sanding. I just stopped and dried it off to see if I was making any progress on it. And as you can see, there are a few specks. Some places were pretty good. Just need a little scuffing. Other places will need a little more than scuffing. Oh well, something to do Monday. It was clogging up my paper today, so I'm gonna have to wait till Monday. All right, good morning, Monday morning. It was, had a lot of problems last week. Tried real hard to get the little sky painted, and I kept getting all these little, tiny little dots. It's like this thing been parked under a tree of some sort. And there was, you know, like a couple hundred just tiny little places. But you couldn't feel them. I'd feel them with my hand and say, well, okay, they're good to paint over. But apparently they weren't, because they showed up terrible bad on this black. So I spent all day Saturday sanding and sanding and sanding, trying to get rid of them all. And I think I got rid of most of them, but some of them still there, but maybe they won't show. We'll see. Got it all washed good, sanded good, so it's good and clean, ready to mask it off and spray it again. Got to find out if Steven ever got me some hardener for the paint. I'll call him here in a bit. And there she is. Yes, it's terribly hard to see, but I had marked some of them with some primer. I just put a little dab of primer on the end of a paintbrush, you know, the wooden paintbrush handle. And I just dabbed them, just dab in all the little spots. So there, look who just walked in. Hey, babe. Just getting started.
Oh boy. Me too. Looks a little flat, son.
It's a little flat, but it'll shine up.
You think it'll shine up?
Yeah, I was just showing them all the little dots.
What is that?
That's all those little dots. It was on the trunk lid and the hood.
So now we're gonna hope
and they showed back up, or didn't cover very well.
So what are we gonna do there?
Well, I think I've got them down to where they will be so small that it won't matter.
We put like some dip in there, some
snuff or something. Yeah.
JB Well.
But it's all sanded out really, really nice.
You put a lot of paint. See, there's a big dip right there.
Yeah, well, you won't see that one. That's what.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with, and I'm sticking to it.
What is that?
That's just where it's been parked under a tree, and something has fell and put little dimples in the paint.
Oh, it's all over, ain't it?
It's yeah.
No, too bad this thing's black, ain't it?
Yeah.
So now what's the plans?
I'm gonna mask it up and shoot it again.
And you don't think them will show?
I'm really, really, really hoping they don't. Only one way to know that first coat of paint.
Well, this is like the 4th gallon we put on it. I'm running out of paint.
No, you're running out of money. Is what you're running.
Money
They got plenty of paint.
You said you'd take a check. Huh. What it is seam on the side here.
Yeah, it's just kind of all over it.
There you go. Good thing this ain't a Cadillac. It's like little chips or something.
Yeah, but the chip was, the paint was still there. And I'd feel of them, and I'd say,
right.
well, I can't feel them, so they must be all right. But I've got them down to, like right there.
Mm-hmm.
I've sanded all through that paint, coat of paint that I put on it.
Right.
And it's still there. I took a little primer paintbrush and just dabbed a little dab of primer in each one of them so I could see if I was getting it all out.
I don't know.
Now that one was an actual chip in the paint.
That looks like a ding right there.
There is a ding, but it'll be all right. At some point you just have to say, it'll be all right.
I was hoping it'd be a little more shinier than that for some reason.
Well, all that'll buff out.
Too much harder.
All that'll buff out.
What door turned out nice, didn't it?
It's nice and straight, but I found things on this sanding that I didn't see, and cleared them out, or sanded them out pretty much.
Well, that was a friendly door because it's waiting at your corner.
Been a good day, I think. I worked really hard Saturday to get to have a good day today. And so far, I'm happy with the way the little sky is turning out. There it is. It's pretty daggone shiny. There are a few dust nibs, and there are just a few of them little craters that I had that I just couldn't seem to find them all. I don't see any runs yet. The door is still nice and straight. I did find a bug wallering around in my paint earlier, and I picked him out with my knife. Didn't make too big a place. Thought I saw it run, just a shadow. The dust nibs I don't mind so bad. I can get rid of those. But those little craters, they're deep. When I was sanding, trying to get it ready for today, I went clean through the coat of paint that I had put on and into the clear from the original car's paint job, and never did find the hole, the bottom of that crater. Yeah, I think this is gonna be okay. There's a couple places it just looks like it wanted to run so bad. It was easy on me, it didn't. Good morning. What is today? Today's Wednesday. Yeah. Didn't do, I did some work yesterday, but I didn't post anything. Let's see what this bumper and that fender that I made turned out like. Nice and shiny. And this one is the one that got patched. This is the one that had the hole missing down here. Hard to see hanging upside down like this. And this is the one that we took the patch from. And you see it's doing very well as well. That's where the patch was laid in. And the front bumper, I think that'll do also. I'll let that sort of sit and cure for the rest of the day. But the car turned out really nice. It's going to be a sharp little car. The update for the day. Look at there, look at there, look at there. We got that piece of a fender back on the car, more or less. Got a couple more bolts to put on the bottom. And then check it for alignment. But against the door, that's a good gap right there. I know a black gap on a black car is hard to see, but it's a really nice gap. Got the inner fender back in, more or less. Headlights have been put in. The trunk felt has gone back in on the bottom side of the trunk. A couple more doodads over here that I painted. Those are the fake air vents for the hood. They used to be chrome, but the chrome was peeling and whatnot, so we just painted them black. Those are the vents that goes in the bottom of the bumper. I just re-blacked them. But the little feller's coming along, and I'm letting that paint set up good. I believe I made progress today on two fronts. Look at there. Remember that fender that wasn't even there? A nose is on it. Lights in the holes. Grills. Still working on the grill. What else is there to do tomorrow? Oh, yeah, I got to do that. And the grill. And the door insides and the door handles. Yeah, that's going to occupy my time tomorrow. Should probably go ahead and polish those tail lights so they'll kind of look like the rest of the car. And I think if I polish them, they'll shine up a little bit better. Kind of a haze on them. That'll keep me busy tomorrow. See you guys in the morning. I done pretty good today. Working on these doors. Sitting over there in the chair thinking about, I'm forgetting something. And I saw this mirror and it's loose. It rattles. Off comes the door panel again. At least I know how this time. I wonder if the other one rattles. Ooh, daggum solid. There's our door panels. Yeah, they're holding real nice. Ooh, what's that loose? That seems loose. I'll better check on that too. Oh well, it'll be Monday, so that'll be a Monday project, and it'll feel like a Monday project. How about that? Of course, this one was in pretty good shape to start with, but they were breaking, they were coming loose, and that was good and firm. So yeah, got to take this door panel off to get the mirror. Got to take that door panel off to get this loose grab bar here. Details, details, details. We'll get it next week. Next week we'll be done. The grill is sort of on, just tacked in place. Stuff to do next week. I'm gonna go find something to eat.